What is encryption? Encryption is a method that converts plain text into ciphertext. Encryption is used for increasing the security of the message. It also ensures that the message is sent to the authenticate the user, because the authenticated user is only able to decrypt the encrypted message with public or private key. There are two types of encryption. One is symmetric and other is asymmetric encryption. What is symmetric encryption? Symmetric encryption uses the same secret key for both the sender and the receiver to encrypt or conceal the content of a message. Be aware that the symmetric encryption only offers secrecy and not authenticity, making it insufficient for the majority of the application. This implies that while an attacker cannot read the message, they can produce phony message and demand that the program to decrypt them. A lack of verification on encrypted message might in many situations lead to a loss of security as well. What is asymmetric encryption? Asymmetric encryption is more secure than symmetric. There are two distinct keys: public key, private key. A public key is a common key that anyone may obtain by looking in the receiver directory. A public key is used by the sender to encrypt the message and then send the message to the receiver. A private key is also referred to as a secret key, and only a legitimate person has access to it. Once the message is sent by the sender and received by the receiver as an encrypted message, the recipient uses his or her private key to decrypt the message. Only the authorized user can use the private key. Asymmetric encryption pros and cons. It allows message authentication. As public key encryption allows using digital signature, message receptionists will be able to verify messages to be truly coming from a particular sender. It is convenient. Asymmetric encryption solves the problem of distributing key for the encryption, with everyone publishing their public key while private key are being kept secret. It allows for non-repudiation. Digitally signed messages are like physically signed documents. Basically, it's like acknowledging a message, and therefore the sender will not be able to deny. It detects temporary. With digital signature in public key encryption, messages reception can detect if a message was altered in transit. Cons. It is a slow process. A public key encryption in this method is slow compared with symmetric encryption, which means that it is not available for decrypting bulk messages. Its public key are not authenticated. Basically, no one absolutely knows that a public key belongs to the individual it specifies, which means that the user will have to verify that their public key truly belongs to them. It risks loss of private key, which may be irreparable. When you lose your private key, your received messages will not be decrypted. It risks widespread security compromise. If your private key is identified by an attacker, all of your messages can be read by him or her. This is the references of the sites in which I contain the material from it. Thank you.